I'm painting my put all the pieces to the puzzle. They gain a lot of now where I want to be. See me as a lead. Imagination and aspirations. You know, wasn't getting any younger. Started eating itself, but you don't feel the hunger. One time won't come. Things for number. What does it take when you roll out of your slumber? I wish that I could make it past sweat. So I'm ready to embrace it. God gotta deal with all this. Being critiqued by all the spectators who knew one day I will become something greater. Why shit on the grind? And anything you work for comes this. Someday I can see in the front of my heart and soul on the record. You feel it? All my life I've been searching high. The world's so cold, the way I'm living. Yo, let me know. Until you see me on video. I know they really like go, but there you go. This type of shit they won't play on the radio. Second guessing, no even start to question this gift and this blessing. Plus, they don't understand what I put into the project. So, go to project, stimulate you moving dope. You need to your head, I ain't making progress. I took the game for granted. Would you rather play follow the lead with a positive? It just made me go harder and move a little small. As far as the eyes can see, somebody tell me that all the things give me a key. Oh, my fighting, I'm a pain. Put me in I'm gonna sing hard, I'm just playing my part. My life, I've been searching high and low, looking for love. The way I'm living is out of control. Top of the morning. The CEO Dream from Hip Hop Raising Me the Blog. 47 years of the youngest genre of music, which is hip. Today has been declared a federal holiday. Juneteenth has been declared holiday. For those of you who are what is Juneteenth? Juneteenth is for slaves that were in Galveston, Texas, who were unaware that slavery was abolished. No, it wasn't the end of slavery. It slaves that were in Galveston, Texas, unaware that slavery was abolished. So basically, the people in Texas, the overseers and the slaves in Galveston, Texas, did not let the slavery was abolished. So therefore, them slaves still working for little to no wages for free. And no one knew at the time. So when the slavery was abolished and it came to their attention, which happened, henceforth Juneteenth. About Juneteenth, the very first time I went down south, I never knew. It's not really something people in New York celebrate, or maybe are of. But for me, I have family members who were living down south, and they put me on. So today has been declared a federal. So what do we think about this, people? Drop some comments and think, man. Drop your thoughts in the comments, man. We want to know what you think about becoming a federal holiday. All right. And in the event Juneteenth today, I know they got one King Park out here. And you know, on it, let's speak on it. If you're tuning in, drop the like. You know, I see you watching, two viewers. Thank you for having, taking the time out to come watch me do my. Come on now, three's a crowd, so somebody got to drop a like button. Let's talk about this declaration of Juneteenth becoming a holiday. Well, the federal is to give Juneteenth a day off. All right, Juneteenth as a federal holiday is putting the pressure on companies to give their employees the day off, accelerating a movement that took off to the racial justice protests that swept the country. In New York, the declaration of June Day is putting the pressure. All right. Hundreds of top already pledged last year to observe Juneteenth in the killing of George Floyd and the national reckoning of racism that most private companies take their cues from the country's largest employer in Georgia. Their Joe Biden signed legislation Thursday Juneteenth as a federal holiday commemorating the following the passage of the bipartisan Congress bill. More than 800 companies have pledged to observe Juneteenth, according to Hella Creative, a group of Black news in the San Francisco Bay Area that launched year to build corporate support for making an official holiday. That is nearly double the number of companies that pledged last year. An outdoor apparel retailer announced that all of its U.S. stores will be closed. Its corporate offices would be closed Monday, including Target, JCPenney, and Best Buy last year to adopt Juneteenth as a paid holiday. Though they stores open, several major banks have said employees a floating paid day off. Right? Many companies, however, had little time to shut holiday calendars. Some offered employees a regular paid day off to consider adding calendars next year. Now, said its U.S. exchange was on Monday to maintain a fair and orderly to minimize operational risk, but that it would discuss its schedule with regulators and companies. States that had not already declared Juneteenth were also scrambling to respond the new federal holiday. J.B. Pritzker announced that all offices will be closed Friday. Super signed just 2 days earlier that would have made June 19th next year. Even though federal holidays given are widely observed, private companies have no obligation to offer any particular day off. But since many workers, they will likely wonder why they are not getting holiday for June 19th, Juneteenth. Said Carolina Valencia, research firm Gartner's Human Research. In an era of increasing employee and fierce competition for talent, Valencia said she expects the number on Juneteenth to surge. Next, employers have had more. Many employees are going to resent their employers for not giving. They don't understand. It's okay, said. But she said the devil, these will likely offer loading day off, making it unlikely that become a national holiday on par with July 4th or Memorial time soon. And many notable joined the movement. Walmart, which employs in black hourly workers and is largest private sector employer, told the Associated Press in an email that these are free to use paid time off to observe any, including Juneteenth. Ian Thompson, a social media specialist, he said he was disappointed he didn't get a paid day off. He said the company sent an email acknowledging the and pledging to consider time off in the future. A bare minimum, said Thompson, who lives in Atlanta, but didn't want name for fear of. I don't think as people of color we really care that it via email that doesn't really have any true meaning to it. 18th commemorates June 19th in 1865. Soldier of freedom, black people in Galveston, Texas. The Confederacy had surrendered. That was also about 2 after the Emancipation of Proclamation in the southern states. Black Americans have long celebrated Juneteenth with church picnics and speeches. The Day Declaration brought it to the Americans for the first time. Jamie Hickey, small fitness company, company in Philadelphia, said he had never heard of Juneteenth until he heard it on the radio. Then his four started talking about it at lunch, and he asked it was important to them. He decided to make it a day off next year since it was on clients this year. Are you serious? You are about this, said Hickey, who founded Truism last year after the chain fitness company other trainers worked close because of the pandemic. Hickey said he took the lead because as a white man he worried about jumping only to be accused of tokenism. Be fake. If you are fake, you get caught, and it's a million times. That's a major concern among even the biggest. Aaron Icor, which advises for connecting businesses with their communities. Eve said companies get called out by their employees, customers, and even take steps like observing June, investing in black communities, or looking internal diversity. Still, Eve said the declaration of June holiday will means that don't bad look bad. It will reaffirm the dissonance with that Associated Press writers Jamal and Innocent, excuse me, Michelle Chapman, and Roger Schneider. People, Juneteenth being observed as a federal holiday. I think is very well needed. Over time, this country, recognizes, the blood that, you know, the sweat and the backs of black people, we're considered we're actually the majority. Um, this is huge for me, real huge thing. I'm pretty sure what's going on throughout the country, and we salute. And it's in a federal holiday, you know, to Joe Biden for that, finally recognizing, the people that served this country and made this country is. All right. So I didn't want to be on here. I wanted to talk about Juneteenth and amongst other things, and another video very soon. I got to hear top of the morning, Gooch. Top of the morning. Here, dope, dope decision that was made when in declaring a federal holiday, very well recognized throughout, many those of America, and many wolves that's walking around this planet. And we want to, give Raise Me the blog, where we celebrate 47 years of the younger. It's about the knowledge, the culture, and the lifestyle. My name is C, and I'm out. Y'all have a blessed one. Be safe. And no killing. No killing of black men today. Tomorrow. No killing of black men forever. Rise up. Y'all hear my son in here, but people.